Happy Wednesday, guys, and welcome back into the shop today. And I've got on the bench, I'm putting the Curtis Mathis aside because that's going to need some more planning for a proper cabinet and stuff like that to make it an outdoor, a really nice deck system there. So I'm going to sit that aside for a while. And a couple weeks ago I mentioned to you guys we got this Pioneer SX 525, and it's a nice unit. It's not the lowest end Pioneer by any means. It's one of the lower end, but it's a nice unit. And one of the issues we have, and the reason it came to me, is somebody spilled something liquid down the inside, down the back of the unit, and it shorted out something. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7, probably 8 different printed circuit boards here to choose from. You can't even flip a coin here. You could take a pair of dice and roll them, and whatever comes up, pick that board. So what do you got to do? You got to poke around, and you've got to take your time, and you've got to be detective. Now, most times if you turn a unit on, like this particular unit is I show you, and it's dead, nothing happens at all, generally it signifies that power is not getting to, well, at least one area of the unit, and typically that is the power board, something shorted out on the power supply board, and consequently it's also affected the controls too. So even though you may have power to certain sections of the amplifier, of the stereo amplifiers, you'll see it does not mean that the unit will turn on and work, because where the switch is not being energized, and that's the case that we have here. So another issue I have is all of my test equipment, everything is just, the batteries are all worn out. I just jumped from multimeter to multimeter, so I bit the bullet today. I went out and got some Duracell batteries. So I'm going to take some time today and load up some of my meters. Yeah, sometimes I'll use 2 multimeters just to double check on readings and things. It's not that I don't trust the multimeters, it's just as important stuff. Now, I did go ahead and I did buy replacement components here for the power board, so we'll see if that needs to be rebuilt. I've done some initial measurements, and there are some problems on that. I'm not guaranteeing that's what it's going to be. This thing could be EOL, end of life. We just don't know, in which case I'll strip out a lot of components on it, because there's a lot of good stuff on these Pioneers, and then we'll basically take it from there. But I'm going to do my level best to get it going and then fix it up. So the first thing I need to do is get all of my test equipment proper, and then maybe we can actually take a proper measurement here. So yeah, stay tuned. We're turned on here now, so I'm going to start with the Zener diode. And what I'm going to do is connect the black to one side of the diode and then the red, and then reverse it and make sure I'm getting voltage one way and not the other. So I check the first Zener diode, and you can see it should be about anywhere from 0.5 to 0.75. So now I'm going to reverse the leads and put it on, and see, it looks like we got a problem here too, because we're getting voltage in both directions on this one. So it looks like that could be a problem. I'm going to swing over to the next one now, and that's a very small, really super tiny Zener right there. We're getting almost 1/5 of a volt in there, and then I'm going to switch the leads, and I'm getting readings through there too. So I've got a problem on both of them. Now I'm going to come up. I've got the two larger diodes here. We'll check them first. We've got one direction here, 3/4 of a volt. And turn it around the other way, and we're getting about 1/2. So it looks like we've got a problem there. And let's check the last one up top here. So we're reading half on that one. I'll reverse the leads now. And that one seems like it's okay. So, okay, well, welcome back, guys. We're doing the last of the, got the very last of the pieces to go in here and just soldering that down. We've got our last diode in, and hopefully this is going to do the repair for the power board. I'm going to go ahead and touch up. I want to touch up some of the other connections too. It's one thing you should do when you pull a board to do work like this is to do a little touch up. Sometimes this solder can age a little bit. Okay, and there we go. So I'm going to go around and do some more, and then we're going to reinstall the power board, and you know, hopefully that's going to do the trick. We shall see here. So just bear with me. I'm just checking a couple more things here, looking if I have left anything off. Just want to touch up a few more parts here. So basically I didn't end up rebuilding the whole board. I just went around with my meter. I checked, most of the diodes had blown or gone bad. They weren't operating as effective one-way streets anymore like they're supposed to. So I ended up replacing them. And I think that's going to do the trick. I want to be very careful. I have the unit unplugged, and remember, whenever you're changing out components and things like that, you want to make very sure that you have no power to the unit. You don't want any shorts. And I see a few, checking around a few other spots here. Some of these big filter capacitors. I like to just put a little touch of solder on that too. I know you may be having a difficult time seeing. Hard to adjust this. Get this camera right. So there's a few more connections to be made here. And remember, get your connection good and hot before you end up putting this solder on. And I think everything, here's another kind of weak joint down here. I'd like to touch that up a little bit too. Okay, so I'm not the best solderer in the world. I'm not the worst one, but basically I think we've got a pretty much rebuilt board here, hopefully, so we'll know when we power her up. Okay, so I'm going to get here and carefully reinstall this board down on top here. There we go. Alright guys, then I'm going to let's put a little power to it and get the speakers on, and let's just see if we're getting any output or if we still have a dead unit here. You know, because actually in looking at the board, I see quite a few other connections. This is on the speaker output board here. Some other connections that look like they could use a little bit of attention here. I want to be very careful. These things should look bright and shiny, and a few of these look like they've had sort of better days here. So okay, I think they look pretty good. Let's do one more down here. I know this is really, it's not the most exciting YouTube going through and replacing components, but our board is all set and I'm very satisfied here. Okay, the next thing I want to do is turn the power on. I have it on the variac, which is varies the voltage, and I have no power going to it at all, but I want to turn the unit on. I've got of course Pioneer has these proprietary speaker spade plugs that go in, so I just have some finish nails in there that are making the connection. It's one of the bad things about Pioneer. They always had these very crazy proprietary speaker hookups, but that's they built it. They can do it the way they want. They make a good product. So I've kind of got, let's see if we get anything. I don't know if we're going to get any lighting here because I haven't really seen the unit lit up at all yet. So let's see what we, let's see if we start bringing the power to it. We're at about, why don't we turn the power on? That'd be a good start. Here we go. We're at about, going up to about, we're at 50 volts right now, and I'm not seeing any signs of intelligent life yet on the inside. Usually we have to get up around 70 volts or so right now. Oh, I'm hearing something. Oh, what do you know, guys? We got life. Sounds like shit, but we got life. We're only at about 60 volts, so let's see. We do have life. We're up to about 100 volts now. Let's do a smoke check, make sure nothing's overheating here. No, temperature feels good of everything. Not feeling any excessive, that's a good thing. I'm not seeing anything smoke there. Let's check the check it out. Let's see, I'm not getting both speakers here. There we go. Something coming out of there? Yeah, okay. Oh, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Let's take her up all the way here. Alright, we're at full power there. Have any lighting? Yeah, we have a little bit of lighting here, huh? Looking pretty good. Well, let's see if, I don't even know, I guess we're on speakers here, FM. Let's see if we're getting anything. I got a big box, huh? Okay. Alright, I think it's a guy with, wants me to take a look at it. I think it's a guy wants me to take a look at his Curtis Mathis.
It's fragile.
Okay. That's probably it. Alright, thanks, honey. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Boy, that intercom makes it nice, though. We don't have any antenna on. Well, probably needs some cosmetic cleaning, but guess what, guys? We've got ourselves a really nice Pioneer here. It's beautiful. I'm going to go ahead. Everything feels cool. Transistor's running good. Light is good here. I think we are good to go. So let me button her up here. Okay, again, you want to make very, very sure when you go to put the plate on or to do anything with your unit, you want to make really sure that you have it totally disconnected and verify that the power's off. I can't tell you how many times people have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory by having the odd screwdriver or something fall into a stereo receiver. And you're going to have a hell of a time trying to figure out where a short is in that type of situation. So just don't take the chance. Just don't take the chance when you do it. It's just my cardinal rule. I always turn off the power before I'm doing anything on the unit. So, all right, I'm gonna finish putting these screws in, and I'll see you after we flip her up topside.